sister are both in accounting, and I always thought that accounting was kind of boring because it was just like numbers everywhere. But after talking to my mom, I realized that it has much more to do with numbers, and it's actually very interesting. And many people think that you only need to be good with numbers to be good at accounting, but really you need a lot of certain types of skills and abilities to do. Accountants need to have certain skills and needs tasks to do their jobs correctly, and that's what I'm going to tell you about. One skill that they need to have is they need to be able to solve complex problems. Like if a client will come to them and say, oh, I'm having problems with my taxes, then they need to be able to know how to figure that out and how to solve that problem. They also do need to be good with mathematics though. Being able to go with numbers and taxes and be able to compute numbers in the taxes and be able to solve all of those types of problems. They also need to be good with analyzing data. They need to be able to break down information and be able to find out if whether an investment is good or not. Like if a business wants to invest in cleaning or something, they need to figure out if that's a good investment or whether or not they're going to make money or lose money or if they're going to break even. All of these skills lead to certain tasks accountants need to be able to do. They need to be able to compute taxes and do tax returns. And most clients, they want the most money they can get from their tax returns, and that's what accountants need to do because nobody wants to lose money. They need to be able to prepare and examine accounting records for a company. They need to know how much money the company is losing, how much money the company is gaining, whether or not they need to drop this or cut that. They need to figure out how all the money plans laid out. They also need to be able to analyze business operations, trends, costs, revenue, and expenses a business may have. So if a business is spending too much and you say, hey, you need to cut back on that because you're losing money in this area, or if they're spending overly much and they don't need to, they need to say, okay, let's not spend this much, let's spend it in a different area. Along with these tasks and skills, it's very important for accountants to communicate clearly. Since technology has evolved, many people just use emails or texting, and that's mainly a way a business or an accountant will communicate with each other in a business. They use email because it's more quicker and it's just an easier way to communicate faster with somebody, in like their boss or something. They also need to be very good with just speaking with somebody. They need to be able to understand what a client is trying to tell them or what a client wants them to do, and they need to understand what the boss is telling them. Another thing they actually need to do is they need to be very good listeners, because they need to know exactly what the boss is telling them, what the boss wants them to do, and things like that. Accountants have a very important job because they basically handle all the money in a business. It is very popular, and you basically just need a bachelor's in it, or you can get a CPA, which is a certified public accountant, and that basically makes you more money. I hope this gave you a little more insight to what accountants actually do and why they are important.